This firestorm is the big one in magnitude. Hurricane force winds are usually accompanied by rainstorms, but these are hurricane force winds that are combined with extremely dry drought conditions.
What if the walls of your home, the ones holding your most precious memories, turn to ashes overnight? Imagine a place filled with laughter, love, and life gone in an instant. That's the reality many faced when the raging Los Angeles wildfires swept through iconic neighborhoods, leaving devastation in their wake. These wildfires were among the most destructive in recent history. They burned over 97,000 acres of land, destroyed more than 1,500 structures, and forced thousands to evacuate. The disaster claimed the lives of at least 10 people, leaving a trail of heartbreak. From Malibu to Pacific Palisades, the flames spared no one, not even some of the wealthiest and most well-known celebrities. Let's take a closer look at how these fires impacted some of Hollywood's biggest names. 1. Billy Crystal. Billy Crystal is the kind of man whose humor has healed hearts and brought joy to millions. But when the wildfires swept through Pacific Palisades, there was no laughter to be found. His $14 million home wasn't just bricks and mortar. It was the backdrop of his life's most treasured moments. This was where he raised his children, watched them grow into adults, and later, where his grandchildren would gather for family dinners and birthday celebrations. Billy spoke of the soul of the house, a feeling that it wasn't just a place to live, but a part of the family itself. When the fire reduced everything to rubble, he described the devastation as losing a chapter of his life. He admitted that no matter how much wealth or fame one has, some losses can never be measured in dollars.
Where I live is on fire right now. Literally, the entire city of the Pacific Palisades is burning.
Paris tweeted, "Heartbroken beyond words. Sitting with my family, watching the news, and seeing our home in Malibu burn to the ground on live TV is something no one should ever have to experience. This home is where we built so many precious memories. It's where Phoenix took his first steps,
2.
where we dreamed of building a
Paris
lifetime
Hilton.
of memories with London."
Paris Hilton's Malibu beach house, worth a staggering $13.54 million, was more than just a showpiece of her opulent lifestyle. It was her escape, her place to recharge after the nonstop chaos of her public life. Set against the serene backdrop of the ocean, the home was where Paris often hosted close friends, celebrated holidays, and found moments of peace away from the spotlight. When the wildfires roared through Malibu, she was heartbroken to see her sanctuary reduced to ash. She shared glimpses of the aftermath, where nothing remained but charred ground and broken dreams. Paris called the loss surreal, explaining that while she had the means to rebuild, the memories tied to that space could never be replaced. 3. Miles Teller. For Miles Teller and his wife, their Pacific Palisades home was supposed to be the start of a beautiful chapter. Valued at $12.1 million, it was the house they had dreamed of, a place to create memories, host family, and maybe even raise children someday. But life doesn't always go as planned. The wildfires tore through their neighborhood with relentless force, leaving their dreams in ashes. Miles later recalled the moment he returned to the property. "It didn't even feel real. One day we had everything, and the next it was just gone." The couple was left grappling with the reality of losing not just their home, but the hopes and excitement they had tied to it. 4. Anthony Hopkins. Anthony Hopkins isn't just an actor, he's a man of deep artistic passion. His Malibu home, worth an estimated $9.68 million, was a reflection of his love for the arts. Inside, rare paintings adorned the walls. Antiques filled the rooms, and collectibles he'd gathered over decades told the story of his life. But when the flames arrived, none of that could be saved. The fire consumed everything, leaving behind a hollow shell of what once was. Hopkins later spoke about the loss with quiet sadness, describing how the house was not just a dwelling, but a piece of his soul. Losing those treasures was like losing pieces of himself, a reminder of how fragile even the most beautiful things can be. 5. Adam Brody and Leighton Meester. Adam Brody and Leighton Meester's $7 million home wasn't just a piece of real estate, it was their love story in physical form. It was where they built a life together, shared quiet evenings, and planned for the future. The wildfires swept through their neighborhood with unrelenting force, reducing their dream home to rubble. The couple, known for their low-key lifestyle, described the loss as gut-wrenching. For them, it wasn't about the monetary value, but about the memories they had hoped to make in that space. 6. Heidi Montag and Spencer Pratt.
Update, I'm watching our house burn down on the security cameras.
Heidi Montag and Spencer Pratt's home in Pacific Palisades was where they were raising their young family. It was a place filled with laughter, milestones, and dreams for the future. But the fire showed no mercy, leaving nothing behind but ashes. Heidi, who has always worn her heart on her sleeve, broke down in tears while sharing the news. She called the loss a reminder of how fragile life can be. The tragedy struck not just their home, but their sense of security. 7. Anna Ferris. Anna Ferris, known for bringing laughter to millions, faced her own tragedy when she lost her $5 million Malibu home. The house had been her haven, a place where she could unwind and spend time with loved ones. Anna shared that some of her happiest memories, movie nights, holiday celebrations, and late-night laughs were tied to that space. Though the fire took her home, Anna's resilience shone through. She reminded her fans that while the loss was painful, it also taught her the value of what truly matters: people, not possessions. 8. John Goodman. John Goodman's home, though its monetary value isn't disclosed, was a cornerstone of his life. Known for his roles in iconic shows and films, Goodman always cherished his quiet retreat away from Hollywood's chaos. But the wildfires left him with nothing but the smoldering remains of what was once his sanctuary. A pool, charred and empty, was all that survived the flames. For Goodman, the loss was a harsh reminder of how fleeting material things can be, no matter how grand they once were. 9. Eugene Levy. Eugene Levy, beloved for his humor and warmth, suffered in silence after losing his home. While he has chosen not to share many details about the property, those close to him say the loss was deeply personal. The home wasn't just a place to live, it was where Levy recharged, created, and spent time with his loved ones. Sometimes the weight of loss is so great that words fall short, and for Levy, this tragedy seems to be one of those moments. 10. Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson's Malibu estate was a grand and sprawling property, a reflection of his larger-than-life personality. But when the wildfires reached it, all of that grandeur vanished in a cloud of smoke.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. The Palisades is on fire.
Yeah.
My friend Tom Segura, his house is gone.
Yeah.
This is where he used to live. He sold it, luckily.
Yeah, I have a son. He's in the sort of volunteer fire brigade. Milo, I call him the mayor of Malibu. And he's running around. I asked him, how's things looking there, Milo? He says, not good, Pops. He says, your neighborhood. And he sent me a video of my neighborhood, and it's in flames. It looks like an inferno.
Gibson, who was away at the time, returned to find nothing but destruction. He described the scene as apocalyptic, comparing it to a war zone. The fire didn't discriminate, consuming everything in its path and leaving Gibson with nothing but memories of what once stood there. The Los Angeles wildfires were a sobering reminder of nature's sheer power and our shared vulnerability. For celebrities like Billy Crystal, Paris Hilton, and Anthony Hopkins, these weren't just houses, they were homes, filled with love, laughter, and memories. The financial losses were staggering, but the emotional toll was even greater. Yet, in the face of such devastation, there's always room for hope. Communities banded together, offering support and solace to one another. And as we reflect on these stories, let's remember the importance of resilience and unity. If this video touched you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with friends and family, leave a comment below, and let us know your thoughts. And if you want more stories that matter, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated. Together, we can turn tragedy into a story of hope and action. Thank you for watching.